Going on, you guys? It's your boy Tam. So I am back with another live stream. At first, I was gonna do a video in regards to this, but maybe I got time to knock out a couple of lives until I get sleepy. So I'm gonna try to knock out two lives, and then I'm gonna try to call it a night. So first of all, thanks for all the support. Thank you to all the new subscribers and whatnot. Like I said before, I could have had way more subscribers than what I have now, but I refused to compromise myself and I told my truth. Whether it cost me subscribers, it is what it is. So, but um, once again, I find myself revisiting this situation. Now we get to the point to where it's a known fact that people are trying to force feed this stuff. I guess Eminem's stature is dying down, so now Dr. Dre has to go on radio stations trying to convince either himself or other people about this whole Eminem thing. And Dr. Dre said something that was kind of absurd. But I know people think I'm gonna go in here and roast Dr. Dre and cook him and all this kind of stuff. Not really. But I do think that Dr. Dre is being disingenuous and completely biased about his opinion about Eminem. I don't even want to play any audio from the outlet that he went on, but of course, this outlet was a white media outlet. And, I think one of the biggest perpetuators of, racism when it pertains to Eminem have been black artists themselves. Listen, ain't nothing wrong with competition, but I have to say this, and this is just real talk, and I stand on this. As far as hip hop go, like I said, we created this music, black people. Black people created hip hop in the States. Hip hop did not come from Jamaica. And if somebody take offense to this, oh well, that's your problem. It didn't come from Jamaica. It didn't come from the Latinos. It didn't come from nowhere else except the States. Originally in the South. And I have the data. I have the facts to back it up. And that's real talk. But nevertheless, that's another video for another day. But Dr. Dre went on this media outlet talking about that he don't think nobody can touch Eminem, uh, even though Eminem is white. And see, that's where things get irritating. Dr. Dre, we know Eminem is white. I think everybody knows Eminem is white. And it's like you are causing a racial divide and you're irritating black people by keep putting emphasis saying that this white dude is better than everybody. And that's just not the fact. Because what do Eminem have to stand on now to support that he's the GOAT? Isn't the highest selling artist anymore. It's been proven that Eminem has lost rap battles. It's been proven that Eminem has got out rapped on songs. It's proven that Eminem has a distinctive audience, that he's not universally perceived everywhere he goes. He's one of the most popular rappers on the face of the earth. But I can make an argument that Snoop Dogg is the most popular rapper on the face of the earth. Snoop Dogg is recognized everywhere. This dude, Snoop Dogg, is recognized from the States to Ireland. He's went to Ireland. Snoop Dogg is a household name. So, and I definitely can make an argument that Snoop Dogg's body of work is far better than Eminem. Snoop Dogg's uh 20th, his 20 best songs, you know what I'm saying, are better than Eminem's best 80 songs. That's just real talk. Snoop Dogg catalog is just undeniably just remarkable. His body of work, the songs he made. Snoop Dogg could have did a solo verse for like 6 hours and played his music. From everything from the East Siders to 213 to the solo album. Snoop Dogg has made at least 20 studio albums. The collabos, you know, some of the hottest records Snoop was featured on was never released as singles. One of the hottest songs that Snoop Dogg was on was Drugs and Alcohol on Exhibit's album. You know, that's one of I mean, that's one of my favorite Snoop Dogg songs. I mean, the beat is bananas. So But Dr. Dre to continue to like just try to force feed Eminem on us. And I'm just gonna say this as a black man, and I don't care who gets mad. I will never say that a Caucasian person can do anything better than a black person. I don't care who listens to this record, this record of me talking. I just don't care. Whoever listens to this recorded stream, you can get mad all you want. I stand by that. I stand on it 100%. And that's just real talk. Because at the end of the day, this is just annoying. We've been having to hear this for like almost 20. What Eminem made his first album. Like, yeah, we've been listening to this baloney for like 25 years now. And I think where it gets irritating, people say, Eminem is one of the best that ever did it, or he's the GOAT. And then when you have a difference of opinion, you get attacked for having a difference of opinion. I thought we are all able to have a difference of opinion. Why is it? And I keep asking this question: why is it if you say Eminem isn't the best, or Eminem hasn't made good music, or you don't like his music, you get labeled a racist, a hater, and all this kind of stuff, and you say, the Eminem protectors that, oh, you're just being racist and you're hating and you're jealous of who in the fuck is jealous of Eminem? First of all, like I keep saying, if it wasn't for black artists, you wouldn't have your precious Eminem. Keep in mind, Eminem was inspired by hip hop artists such as Redman, Big Daddy Kane, LL Cool J, and a few other people. So how can a dude be the best when he was inspired by people that don't look like him? So if he is considered the quote unquote best, it's because of black people. So that means we can take credit for him being the best, right? But y'all don't want to have that. Y'all definitely don't want to have that discussion. But enough is enough with Dre. Listen, I know Dre put Eminem on. I know that Dre helped get him established. So of course I expect Dr. Dre to be a little biased. But when you start bringing up the fact that he's white and all this kind of stuff, is disingenuous and it's deceptive, because keep in mind, we all know there have been plenty of white rappers before Eminem, and that's where I get irritated. Like, that's where I think people like me, the people that's 45 and up, get irritated with the whole Eminem thing, because people act like Eminem broke barriers for white rappers when that is absolutely unequivocally false. It is a falsehood and it's a goddamn lie. License to Ill, 1986. We're getting close to the 40th anniversary of the release of License to Ill. Now, keep in mind, the Beastie Boys wasn't even allowed. Well, keep in mind, the Beastie Boys wasn't even on their album cover. It just had basically a beat up airplane and it said Beastie Boys. You didn't know that they were white till you bought the actual tape. And some of y'all probably don't even know what a damn cassette tape is. Keep in mind, people were buying tapes back then. CDs really didn't take off till like the mid, like I'll say like the mid 90s. That's when people started to rely heavily on buying CDs and stuff, and people were buying albums. So you didn't know they were white till you like bought the album. And then it was funny when people was, because I think the first single they released, I think it was something before Paul Revere. It might have been one single before Paul Revere. And then Paul Revere was the first song I heard on the radio. And that song was fire. Now, here's the thing. I remember when people started to buy License to Ill, I think I was going to Claremont Middle School in North Oakland. So I was going to Claremont. My brother, I think my brother at the time was at Oakland Tech. So I remember when people were starting to buy the album, people was like, hey, did you know those Beastie Boy dudes were white? And when I first found out they were white, because one dude showed me I think he had the tape, and I, looked inside the tape, and I saw that they were white. I was like, damn. But here's the thing: I wasn't appalled. Did To be honest with you, didn't even really care. I didn't really care because they had hot music. That album, License to Ill, was fire. And if you say that it wasn't fire, you lying. I gotta admit, if you say License to Ill wasn't a good album, you lying. And to be honest with you, I don't think nobody cared that the Beastie Boys were white. Nobody cared. We didn't care. And we didn't care when artists such as Third Base came along. But then all of a sudden, 9 years later, or 10 years later, yeah, like 10 years later, because I think Third Base put their first album out like in 89, 88, 89, 90. Then Eminem comes out 1999, I think. Then all of a sudden, this turns into some old racial thing. There had been plenty of white rappers before Eminem. Everlast, guys like that. House of Pain. So once again, where did all this? We were hating on Eminem because he was white. People love Jump Around. So that's why I say it's deceptive and it's a lie. And then the Eminem fans, they come on people's channels like mine, say, "Oh, you just don't like him because he." Well, shut the fuck up. Your dumb ass don't. Your dumb coon ass don't know what you're talking about, and your dumb white ass don't know what you're talking about, and your dumb non-black ass don't know what you're talking about. I bought House of Pain's album. Do you know one of my favorite joints? One of my favorite songs is Jump Around, and one of my other favorite joints is Funky Joint by House of Pain. Love that song. Love the song. So it's deceptive to sit up here and say that people don't like Eminem or didn't like him because he's, you know what I'm saying, because he was white. So that's a misconception. And that's where I have to educate you, dumb, clueless fools on Eminem. And that's why I don't know where Dr. Dre is getting this stuff from when there were plenty of white rappers. Let's take it back to 1990. Lighter Shade of Brown, Mexican hip hop group. Okay. They made that song Chilling in the Park. That was a jukebox classic. Then let's talk about Cypress Hill, a Cuban, Mexican, and black hip hop group. Nobody cared. So, like I said, so where did all this fake Eminem crack through racial barriers? It's really deceptive. Because I remember when I was first hearing about this dude, I remember Missy Elliott, they was pumping this dude up, saying, "Oh, Dre got this white dude that." So, like I said, it's been deceptive. The people that's been like saying that people don't like Eminem because of his race, they're lying. So that's why I get irritated when people be pulling that stuff, and it really bothers me when I hear the older statesmen like bring that up, like Rakim and KRS-One and all that kind of stuff, because that's disingenuous. Nobody is hating on Eminem because he's white. Nobody ever said that Eminem couldn't rap. So, like I said, I don't know where this came from to try to make it look like Eminem was being discriminated against and all that kind of stuff because he was a white rapper when they were plenty. When I just debunk that whole notion. So that's where the argument gets ridiculous at. So just hear Dr. Dre keep saying this stuff. Listen, there's listen. I'm gonna be honest with you. There are rappers of all nationalities that can rap just as good as Eminem or better. Male, female, or whatever they want to call themselves these days. But we may not get to hear them because they may not have the backing that some of these other artists may get. But just to keep hearing this stuff and Dr. Dre going on these media outlets saying this stuff, it pisses me off, and this is tired. This is tired, and this has just been going on far too long. Like Dr. Dre, you got to stop this stuff, man. Knock it off, dude. Enough is enough, man. Okay, stop with the charade. Okay, the same way we don't have to say white rappers anymore. I think we far advanced enough to where we don't have to say black quarterback anymore. Okay. You know, that's just real talk because now people can't wait to get their hands on a black quarterback now. Caleb Williams is going to be the number one overall pick by the Chicago Bears. They traded another black quarterback so they can get him at number one. So I think it's okay to say that. I understand the difference between a black quarterback and a white rapper, but nobody has ever really stopped white people from rapping. But we know there was hesitance at one time to draft or believe that a black quarterback could win a Super Bowl or lead a team to a Super Bowl. So that's a little bit different. That was real bona fide racism. But people welcome Eminem with open arms. But like I said, I get irritated when I hear these veteran rappers, sucking up to Eminem because I just think it's just disingenuous. Now, don't come on here and say, well, LL Cool J KRS-One. And okay, that's them. That's them. They not me. And I'm just like I said, I'm just sick of this, man. I'm like, come on, man, stop it. Look, Dr. Dre, enough of this stuff, dude. Stop making it look like Eminem wasn't allowed to perform anywhere. Who stopped Eminem from performing anywhere? Stop trying to make it look like Eminem got treated under Jim Crow policies. Name one arena or one hotel that didn't allow Eminem to sleep or patronize their business because he was white. So that's why I hate when people try to make it look like Eminem broke racial barriers. Eminem didn't get Jim Crow nowhere. Why would he be denied hotel access and not allowed to perform in certain arenas when most of the arenas and hotels are owned by white people or anybody but black people? Can we please stop it, man? This is dude, enough is enough with this stuff. Dre, cut it out, man. You making yourself look bad and you looking destitute. Okay? And you coming across fake. Like I said before, you can't tell me nothing about Eminem. You can't say I don't know what I'm talking about because I bought that dude's albums. So I know. But nobody ever answers this question. I'm waiting for you non-blacks to answer this question. How come if you are not black, and you criticize a black artist and say that you don't like his music or like this particular album, nobody comes after you. Nobody calls you racist. Nobody calls you a hater. But if you say, hey, I listened to this Eminem album, I didn't really care for it. The lyrics were good, but the music wise, it wasn't there, so I don't like it. Then every Joe Smo, every handkerchief head coon come on your channel. Hey man, you need to stop this, man. Eminem, dude, oh, you're a hater. Oh, you're a racist. Oh, we gotta stop this stuff. It's funny, it's funny how something that we invent, such as hip hop, always is community property. Is everybody has a right to it. Everybody wants to try to take part in saying that they helped get it established or created. But then when it comes to other cultures, you hear them say, hey, we invented this. This is ours. It belongs to us. So like I said, nobody ever wants to have a real conversation and a real debate about this. And this is why, like I said, I get irritated with guys like Dr. Dre because it's stupid. Well, we are black people. We are black people. My thing is why are we shamed for using that word black? Like I said, we the only ones that's shamed for anything we do. We're not allowed to address our women. We're not allowed to defend ourselves in no way, shape, or form. Anytime somebody says something about us, we just supposed to sit up there, be quiet, say, okay. But everybody else can defend themselves except us. Appreciate the super chat, man. So like I said before, you can say black as much as you want. And if anybody got a problem with it, fuck them. That just First of all, you ain't got to say you know what I'm saying? You ain't got to say anything that you feel like may bring an explanation. Let me retract that. Let me say it a little bit better. As a black man, we got to stop, and as black people, we got to stop always acting like we have to explain our actions to everybody. We don't have to explain shit to nobody. We don't have to explain ourselves to nobody. Nobody ever explains themselves to us. So why do we feel like we have to always explain ourselves to everybody? We don't owe nobody no damn explanation about anything pertaining to us. We don't have to explain to people that are not black, that's not from this country, why we're seeking reparations. We don't have to explain ourselves to people who wonder why we protest, you know, unjust and unfair circumstances deemed towards us. When we stop explaining to everybody and acting like we owe everybody an explanation, the better off we will be. Listen, I don't even have Eminem. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't even have Eminem in my top 20. When I really think about body of work, when I think about albums, when I think about, listen, Eminem has managed to last 20 plus years of the game, but let's just be honest with you. If you really listen to his songs, you look at his body of work, it's a miracle that he's still around. Like I said before, if Eminem was black and he made the type of songs that he got away with making, he wouldn't have a career. He would be canceled. They would run him. They would run him out of the business. He doesn't have a good body of work, and I'm just telling the truth. That's true. That's true. I just listen. You can't have this argument with me about Eminem when I didn't listen to his album, so I listened to his music. I'm not a casual. And Eminem, his music just didn't age very well. It didn't. I keep asking this question when it pertains to Eminem. You name one barbecue that somebody broke out playing some Eminem or any song that Eminem was featured on. What club plays Eminem? What dude did you know that you ever hung out with pulled up bumping Eminem? When you were headed to the club, or headed out going somewhere, whatever the outing is, whoever said play that new Eminem album? Whoever said I ain't never heard it? And I'm just keeping it 100. And it's funny when you bring this stuff up, people get mad. Well, that's what I'm saying. Being from Oakland, and we both from Oakland. Eminem was played out after his second album. When he made that second album, I think in 2001, that was kind of like it. He was done. Like the Bay Area, I'm sorry, we just didn't really gravitate to Eminem because we just wasn't feeling him. I kind of kept it going. I would buy Eminem albums. I would only play Eminem when I was by myself. I would never go pick up a lady and be pulling up bumping Eminem. I'll pull up bumping Snoop Dogg or Busta Rhymes or somebody, or some Bay Area stuff, some 3 Times Crazy or somebody like that, or some Seagram, or people like that, some Dr. Dre, some Compton's Most Wanted. But I can tell you now, I ain't never pulled up to anybody's house bumping no Eminem. And I can tell you right now, I could walk through all of East Oakland on foot. I could go to any hood from the lower bottoms, from Gaskill, from North Oakland to West Oakland to East Oakland to deep East Oakland. And I can pretty much tell you there won't be one hood I could pull up in and you'll hear them bumping Eminem. None of his old stuff or any of his, and definitely none of his new stuff. I don't know why people get mad when you bring this up. Listen, let me tell you something. If Eminem wasn't backed by Dr. Dre, he would already be gone. Mark, let me tell you something. Like I'll tell you, and I'm gonna tell everybody else, and this is just real time. If I do play an Eminem song, I'll make sure ain't nobody around, and I'll make sure the windows is up. I don't need you know how, Mark, you pull up at the gas station and the car running, even though you know, and you just get out the car and everybody can hear sometimes, you know, what you bumping from close range. I can guarantee you I ain't never got out the car at the gas station and Eminem was playing. I'll make sure I change that shit. I mean, to be honest with you, if you pulled up and you picked up a girl and you was playing Eminem, she'd look at you like you was crazy. Like, why are you playing him? I'm just telling the truth. I'm just no East Oakland 90th and Mac. Am I lying? Am I lying? I ain't never pulled up. I ain't never pulled up at the Chevron station across the street from Fremont High bumping no Eminem. I ain't never been on the Foothill Strip bumping no Eminem. So I'm just telling the truth, man. I can tell you right there. You know how some people pull up at the gas station or just pull up, you know, just somewhere, pull up at the burrito truck, some of the burrito trucks on East 14th. Like, I can tell you right now, they ain't never been no dude that pulled up bumping Eminem. I'm just, hey, Timmy, I'm just telling the truth, bro. Nobody ever pulled up on the, like, dude, even when we'd be driving up and down the Foothill Strip, nobody would be playing no fucking Eminem. So I'm just telling the truth. Man, I'm telling you the truth, man. If you picked up a girl and you came bumping Eminem, she might get out the car. She might be like, "What? What is you like? Like, why you like?" She might tell you to take her home. I don't listen to Tech Nine. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I can tell you right now, it's two rappers. I know a lot of people listen to them and they have a fan base, but I've just never had the urge to listen to them. I have never listened to a Brother Lynch song ever in my life. I've never listened to Brother Lynch Hung, and I've never listened to Tech Nine. So I couldn't tell you what neither one of them sound like. So I'm just telling you that. I'm just telling you that right now. I've never heard it. Gangsta Nip. I heard of him. But I briefly heard of him. But I'm just telling you, I ain't never because I know what Brother Lynch would be talking about. Brother Lynch would be talking about cannibalism and all that kind of stuff. And did when he did that interview with Vlad O'Reilly, when he did that interview with him, and he asked him, "Man, would you ever eat some?" He said, "Would you ever eat a human being?" He said, "If it's seasoned right." I said, "Oh, hell no." Nah. I said, "All right, all right, enough of this." I said, "All right, enough of this." I said, I said, I said, man, I must have turned that. I must have turned that. That just told me all I needed. That told me all I needed to know about. I'm gonna be honest with you. I really listen to Eminem, and I really like when I listen to rappers. I really go by I judge people by music, flows, beats, everything. All that have to come into play for me to evaluate you. Biggie Smalls. That's why I say "Ready to Die" was one of the hottest albums that ever came out, because I'm talking about everything was there on "Ready to Die." The music was there, the lyrics were there. Biggie Smalls gave us one of the most classic lines ever from that song Machine Gun Funk. That's one of my favorite songs when he said, beating motherfuckers like Ike beat Tina. I was like, damn. When I first heard that, I must have played that. I played that one part like about 5 times because that was like one of the hottest bars somebody ever dropped. Well, it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me. That's what I'm saying. So if Eminem the best, well, he stole from black people. So is that why people refer to him as Kansas City Elvis? Because we all know Elvis stole from every black artist that you could think of, from Fats Domino to Little Richard, etc., Chuck Berry, etc. I live for the funk. I died for the funk. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But that is also what made that song hot. The Lords of the Underground sample from Chief Rocker. I live for the funk. I died for the funk. But that's what I'm saying. Eminem didn't have songs. I'm serious. Eminem didn't have songs where he said nothing. I'm talking about where he basically said nothing. I'm talking about where he went full fledged pootie tang. Now there are songs where he did drop some good bars. Cause on that song, I don't give a fuck. When he said it's Slim Shady, brain dead like Jan Brady. Okay, that was hot. And then on that song, I Never Knew Why, where he said, Skibbity Bebop, Christopher Reeve, Sonny Bono sees horses while he hitting the tree. That was a good one. But then Eminem will have some song where he had just dropped some bars. You just like, you gotta be kidding. Cause on that No Favor songs with Big Sean, I said, man, you gotta be kidding me. When he said that he solemnized, like I said, oh man, I said, all right, there you go. But that's the point that I was trying to make. Where Eminem had songs where he brought it, there were songs where he didn't bring it. And you could make an argument if he was black, he wouldn't have no career. I'm just saying, as a hip hop connoisseur, I listen. I just get tired of the deception about this whole Eminem got Jim Crowed, like people like he got like the Jim Crow treatment, and we all know that's not factual. It's a lie. It's not factual. It's a lie, and everybody with common sense knows it's a lie. But Dr. Dre, he got to stop, man. It's really nerve wracking to keep hearing him like trying to egg this on and trying to put emphasis on this. Because, like I said, we all know Eminem has lost rap battles. We all know he's got out rapped on songs. And we all know that he's made terrible music. Well, here's something that you don't know. Um, and the D12 dude said it they said. First of all, my boy CJ even said it himself. He say nobody don't really bump no Eminem. And then here's the thing: Eminem's supposed to be a Detroit legend, even though he really from Kansas. How come he ain't never tried to put none of them Detroit rappers on? I can tell you this much, Timmy Diamond: Eminem's songs are not thought provoking. Name one Eminem song where he made you think. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You name one Eminem song you got through listening to and you was like, wow, that was deep. You more like, okay, okay, okay. Timmy, he admitted that too. Eminem admitted that he's a little bit tone deaf. He say he care more about lyrics than he do. Okay, so if you care more about lyrics than you do beats, then that definitely knock you out of the GOAT conversation. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. That definitely knock you out of the GOAT conversation. You can't sit up here and say you a GOAT, but you don't have You don't have the lyrics to back up your music or the music to back up your lyrics. You got to have both. So to consider yourself or be considered as an all-time great, everything has to be there. You have to be universally accepted everywhere. All different type of, environments. Snoop Dogg get his music played by white supremacists. You be having white supremacists. I'm talking about full-fledged white supremacists bumping Eminem. But let me tell you the whole scam about Eminem, and then I'm gonna wrap up this video. All of y'all know the only reason why white people really started backing Eminem is because of black people. When they heard so many black people sitting up here backing this guy, giving him the thumb of approval, all of a sudden they started to back Eminem. Y'all know that they couldn't stand. Eminem's biggest detractors were white people themselves. Eminem's biggest detractors was white people themselves. They couldn't stand Eminem. They wanted him gone. The people that kept Eminem's career going was us black people. And like I said, Eminem lucky that he even have a career. After hearing them racist ass songs that he made using the N-word with the ER, we really could listen. At the end of the day, we really could be giving Dr. Dre a hard time about putting Eminem out. But it seemed like us black people had this unwritten, you know what I'm saying, like truths with each other, or not to say nothing, not to sweat Dr. Dre, even though Dr. Dre could be getting a lot of criticism for working with Eminem, knowing that Eminem put out them racist ass songs, talking about black people, talking about black women. And I don't want to hear this stuff about Eminem was young when he made those records. Eminem was 21 years old when those demo tapes got made. And then he lied. And then he lied about, he made that song about black women, calling them dumb and stupid because he had a black girlfriend. And he was mad that she broke up with him. But his family members said, and one of these family members mysteriously ended up, in the morgue, said that Eminem never dated a black girl in his life. Said it was pure, it was pure cap. So like I said, at the end of the day, Dr. Dre need to be cool before we really start, asking him questions and going down memory lane, because we could be like, hey, Dre, bro, you said nothing. You kept your mouth shut when those blatantly racist demo tapes came out. And I mean, Eminem was talking about black people like a dog, but we overlooked it. We let it slide because it was Dr. Dre. Oh yeah, I remember that album. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We could be saying a lot of stuff about Eminem, but like I said, we would listen. To be honest with you, we let Eminem live because we could have ended Eminem's career. We should have went after Eminem when he came out dissing Will Smith, a guy who did do something historic, who basically protested the Grammys for not viewing the nomination and people receiving the award. Will Smith did something monumental. What did Eminem ever do that was monumental? It's a facade. This whole Jim Crow stuff with Eminem is a facade. It's all a lie. It's a scam. So like I said before, Dr. Dre sat up there and let Eminem talk about Will Smith. He let Eminem talk about Michael Jackson. I wonder if they're going to put that in the movie where Michael Jackson bought Eminem's catalog when Eminem was talking crazy about him. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. We gave Dr. Dre and we gave a lot of hip hop artists a pass for not coming. We could have ended Eminem's career if we wanted to. Black people could have we let Eminem, and like I said, sometimes I wonder if that was a mistake, because we could have shut Eminem down if we wanted to. But we let him live. We let him live because he was affiliated with Dr. Dre. But let's be truthful here. Eminem need to be thanking us as well for us letting him live. Because we could have bypassed all these rappers. We don't care what other hip hop MCs say. If we wanted to shut Eminem down, we could have shut Eminem down. But we let him live. And sometimes, like I said, from me to you guys, I feel like I think that was a big mistake. But it is what it is. And Eminem, like Benzino said, he never properly apologized for those racist ass tapes that he pull out. You know what I'm saying? He never did. He never really apologized. He made this song called Yellow Brick Road where he addressed it, but Eminem never had no press conference saying, you know what? I'm sorry. I was young and I made a mistake. He never really apologized for it. How you gonna sit up there? And then the thing was, and then here go the thing. He made you buy an album to basically hear him address it. So basically, to really get some kind of apology, he tried to charge you for it. He tried to charge you $15. Think about that, y'all. Think about that, y'all. He addressed it on the song Yellow Brick Road, but you basically had to buy the album to hear the apology. So basically, he still made money addressing the situation and putting out a fake apology. Let that sink in, you guys. Let that sink in. Yeah, I know. He never dated. Dude, it was cap. It was cap. He never dated a black woman in his life. He never dated a black woman. His family member said they don't know where that came from. No, they wasn't no black girlfriend, dude. So they wasn't no damn. His family members, two of them confirmed it. They said he never dated a black girl in his life. They said it was a lie. Oh, flat out, you from Detroit? Oh, you talked about this restaurant, Mom Spaghetti? I wouldn't go there. But now y'all see that's the point that I'm trying to make about Marshall Bruce Matters. It's a con game. Listen, I got hella subscribers out of Detroit. Ain't nobody came on my channel and said that they be slapping Eminem. Eminem don't even be trying to put no Detroit rapper song. Where's a song with Sada Baby, T Grizzly, Iceberg, Veezy, Peasy? Where's those songs at? He ain't got no song with Babyface Ray. He never did a song, man, for real. Well, that's what I'm saying. I ain't never been to Detroit in my life, but I got a lot of Detroit subscribers. They all say that nobody don't bump no Eminem, and that's what I keep saying. He ain't did no song with none of those. He ain't did no song with none of those Detroit rappers, and I listen to hella Detroit. He ain't did no song with Payroll Giovanni. He ain't did no song with Blade Icewood. Little Blade. He ain't did no song with them. But he supposed to be so Detroit. And then here go the thing. He ain't even did he say in any regards to the passing of the boss? Did he say anything regarding the boss? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He ain't said nothing about the passing of the boss. But he supposed to be Detroit, man. Any dude could put on the Detroit Tigers hat and say they from Detroit, just like I see all these people wearing these Oakland A's hats and they ain't never set foot in Oakland in their life or even been close to Oakland. Eminem is really from Kansas. A real Detroit cat will tell you that Eminem is really from Kansas. Everybody knows that. That's why they call him That's why they call him Kansas City Elvis. I'm just telling my truth, and the truth hurts. This dude been around. Like, go look at some of those old videos. What those Detroit and D12 dudes were saying about him. They said when he was making the first D12 album, he was taking some of those dudes' verses off that he thought was better than his because he was executing producing the album. He really don't even say stuff about. He don't even. Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying you can't wear one, but I'm just saying Eminem be just like perpetrate like he just so Detroit, like he just so Detroit. I already know Eminem like from somewhere in Kansas. He came to Detroit, and like I said before, did he really? And then the artist that he did put out, the artist that he did put out, did he really try? Even though he was helping with Slaughterhouse, did he really try to help with Slaughterhouse? Did he really try to put Obi Twice on? No, no, he didn't. Listen, I'm gonna give you guys a jewel, and if you think I'm lying, you can go back, you can retrace it, you can look at it yourself. I'm gonna tell you what Eminem really think of black people who be always supporting him and going in and in and going basically out of their way to protect him. Go watch that movie 8 Mile. Go watch the final battle rap scene with him and Papa Doc. Did you catch what he said about the dude who was playing Proof? Because Mekhi Phifer was really playing Proof when Proof had rest in peace to Proof when Proof had the dreads. Did y'all catch what he said about I forgot what the character's name was in the movie, but did y'all catch what he said about the dude that played Proof when he had the final rap battle when he went in on where he went in on Papa Doc, what he said about and that sums it up. I should have made a video about that. I may make a video about that, but catch what he said in regards to Mekhi Phifer's character. Yep. 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 Yep, Steve. Yep. There you go. There you go. So that's what he think. That's what he think. All these dudes that be going in and beyond the call of duty to sit up here and rally for him and protect him. He said it out of his own mouth. Hey, and it was so funny how dude's character looked. He's like, "What?" So he said it. I know he's smart. Hey, Steve is smart man, smart man, smart man, smart man. Oh, by Black, I made you a moderator. I gave you a rich smart man. When I caught that, hey, Steven, hey, a lot of people didn't catch that because that went over people's heads. So I caught it when I first saw the movie, and then when all this stuff started to come out about Eminem, I was like, okay, so this is what he thinks. Even he got an issue with it. He didn't say it out of his own mouth. He said, I don't consider myself a GOAT. He said, I'm a guest. He said, I'm a guest. But then you got people that insist, that will argue against something that he insists upon. Would he say, man, so I caught that. I said, damn. So when you hear guys like Royce the 5'9", and if anybody know Royce the 5'9", please tell him to stop it. So that's what he think of dudes like 50 Cent, Royce the 5'9", disingenuous, just hilarious when they be sitting up here always defending this dude. That's, like what Ice Cube said on Be True to the Gang, we said to a message to Oreo Cookie. That's what, listen, Leah, I'm glad, Steven, you caught that. Because like I said, I remember watching that movie because I went and saw it at the show. I went and saw it at the Century Theater. I think I saw it at the Century Theater where Bayfair Mall is. Yeah, Crooked Eye be caping too. Exactly. Once again, this is a black dude, and that just goes to show you what he think of black people. Once again, this is the dude. What was the character Mekhi Phifer played? I know he was playing Proof in the movie, but Eminem never appreciated what got done for him. And I mean, dude was going out of his way. But that's the story of America, a black dude going out of his way to help somebody that don't look like him. I didn't know why he said that neither. I was like, damn, dude, you called him Uncle Tom? Like what? I was like, what? Yeah, people didn't put enough. People didn't catch that. That went over a lot of people's heads, but I caught that line. The funny thing is, Hamza, I'm up and down with Joe Buttons because Joe Buttons sometimes come across as a hater. He really do. He comes across as a hater, and he be hating sometimes a little too much for my blood, and then sometimes he just be saying stuff that be coming way out of left field. So, but I may do a video about that too. I may do a video about that one line in 8 Mile, for Eminem's his defenders who always provide a safe haven. So Royce the 5'9", he need to watch that movie. Maybe he'll have a better understanding of what Eminem think of dudes like him that's always protected them. But anyway, you guys, appreciate you guys being here. I may come back with one more.